welcome to Catalan News. Final week in the run-up to the independence referendum, and new efforts by Spain to make sure that there are no polling stations open on Sunday. For the first time today, police officers entered some of the 750 local councils investigated for collaborating in the vote, while tensions continued over Madrid's decision to take control of the Catalan police. We've got this and much more here at Catalan News. Let's start. Catalan police refused to be ruled by Madrid. The prosecutor ordered on Saturday that the Mossos d'Esquadra should be coordinated from the Spanish government to better guarantee, he said, the security operation to stop the referendum. And today, the first of those meetings was scheduled in Barcelona. The atmosphere, however, was not particularly good.
The head of the Catalan police, the Mossos, did not attend the joint meeting of Spain's police forces. Instead, he sent a subordinate. It was the first meeting after this weekend's decision in Madrid to take control of the body he commands. On Saturday, Spain's Attorney General ordered all police forces, including the Mossos, to be managed from Spain's Ministry of Home Affairs. The decision, he said, was aimed at preventing crime and maintaining public order. Today, the public prosecutor also ordered Catalan police to identify polling agents on October the 1st. Yet this weekend's announcement was immediately rejected in Barcelona. The Catalan government said the Mossos would not accept the decision. In fact, they even said they would study a legal response to the attempt to take over the Mossos, which they deemed unacceptable. This is the latest episode in a series of highly charged events that reached a tipping point last Wednesday, in which a major anti-referendum operation saw dozens of buildings raided and several top officials in the Catalan government arrested. The operation prompted large yet peaceful protests that went on until all the Catalan officials were released. As political tensions rise and the day of the referendum gets closer, increasingly more police officers from across Spain have arrived in Catalonia. To house them, several ships have docked in the port of Barcelona. One of the ships has images of Warner Brothers cartoons on its side, sparking widespread ridicule on social media, a much-needed drop of humour in an ocean of politically charged drama.
With more police agents in Catalonia, Spain's Guardia Civil today stepped up their investigations to stop the referendum. After searching newsrooms, print shops, and dozens of Catalan government buildings, officers started to question citizens that have been duplicating the referendum website. And in an unprecedented move, they even entered 30 local town halls.
A full 31 Catalan town halls received a visit from the Spanish police this morning, by order of the prosecutor's office. Among other things, the Spanish police was searching for a copy of the decree of the town support of the October 1st referendum. And that's not all. 14 people were also summoned to Guardia Civil police stations in Barcelona, Girona, and Tarragona. They are accused of duplicating the original referendum website that has since been shut down by the Spanish government, an act that some argue isn't illegal.
Però no tenim documentació bàsica que permeti garantir els drets com a investigat d'en Marc. De totes maneres, està clar que ell mai ha rebut cap citació ni ha rebut cap ordre per obeir, per tant, difícilment hagi pogut cometre cap delicte de desobediència.
Indeed, the Catalan government sent a letter to the European Commission denouncing Spain's censorship of referendum websites. It calls on the European Commissioner of the Digital Single Market to perform its role as the ultimate guardian of the open and free Internet. Many others have seen backlash too. Catalan radio news presenter Mónica Terribas was sued by the Union of Guardia Civil police officers, and the Lleida Esportiu Football Club was also prohibited from wearing jerseys with Catalan flag colors during a game. Meanwhile, the protests continue. After various days of peaceful civil demonstrations supporting the right to self-determination, the people of Barcelona further took to the streets with increasingly imaginative props, like working printers, as a response to the confiscation of printed referendum material. Students have occupied the University of Barcelona, where they also distributed ballots. The students are planning a strike for the end of the week.
With so many officers in Catalonia, Spanish police is running short of agents in the rest of Spain, and that is creating very dangerous situations, such as the one we saw this weekend in Zaragoza during a political event of Podemos. Left-wing political leaders were debating proposal to solve the current stalemate between Catalonia and Spain, including the option of an agreed referendum. They also criticized the repressive measures taken until now by Spain to stop the vote. And they ended up surrounded by dozens of far-right extremists. Police agents admitted that they could not guarantee their safety because they did not have enough resources, causing even more outrage by the organizers. We can speak now to Elisenda Alemán, spokeswoman of Catalonian Comú, one of the parties that took part in that meeting in Zaragoza. Ms. Alemán, first of all, your party calls people to vote on the referendum, but you say it's non-binding, right?
We are compromised with the right of self-determination here in Catalonia, and what we want is a definite solution. We have been critical with 1st of October because we think that it will be, of course, a legitimate demonstration in favor of the right of self-determination, but it will be very difficult to decide whether Catalans want to vote yes or no, and it's going to be very difficult in part because all repression suffered from this kind of coward politics of Partido Popular.
Your summit on Sunday in Zaragoza triggered protests from far-right groups. What can you tell us about this, and why was this summit important?
I think what we were living in Zaragoza was the expression of far-right groups against the right of self-determination, and on the other hand, we were having all political parties in Spain with a clear compromise with the right of self-determination in Catalonia. I think that that was an historic day. For the first time, all Spanish political parties compromised with the self or right determination. Were debating about what's the situation, not only in Catalonia, because I think that that's not only about Catalonia, that's not only about procession or federalist ways of thinking. I think that that's a global issue of Spain, and I think that's what we must read right now. So from Catalonian Comú, we were having this meeting because we are looking for solution, for definite solutions for Catalonia, but also for democracy in the whole of Spain.
Thank you, Ms. Alemán. Parties such as Catalonian Comú say the referendum on Sunday is non-binding, unlike what the Catalan government says. But even if it is non-binding, the consequences of helping to organize it can be pretty costly. That's the case for former Catalan President Artur Mas, who has been ordered to pay up to 5.2 million euros for organizing a symbolic vote on independence in 2014. 3 of his ministers have also been asked to pay huge amounts of money. If they do not pay in 15 days, their accounts might be blocked and their properties seized. The Spanish government efforts to crush the referendum and even the organizers of the 2014 vote are raising eyebrows abroad. A new voice to show its concern is that of the UN independent expert on the promotion of a democratic and equitable international order, Alfred Maurice de Zayas. He has written a letter to the European Commission President, Jean-Claude Juncker, asking him to act as a mediator in the conflict between Catalonia and Spain. De Zayas says he is concerned by an evidence of violations of fundamental rights, including that of self-determination. And today, a group of 3,000 members of the Catalan culture sector signed a manifesto in favor of the October 1st referendum. Writers, actors, and musicians expressed their support for the vote, which they see as an opportunity to boost culture.
So that culture will be the flesh and blood of the Republic. And we invite everyone who loves and respects culture to vote with us for democracy, for our condition as subjects of political sovereignty, for freedom, for responsibility and confidence in our future, for a decisive and a strong vote to and for culture.
What is clear, in any case, is that culture is already flourishing these days, especially in Barcelona, where they're celebrating their local festivity. That is why we want to finish today's show with some images of this weekend's celebration, which saw more than 1.4 million people taking part in many activities. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.